Okay, so the pads aren't officially on yet, but the storylines are already heating up in Ashburn. From Jane Daniels taking command to young playmakers turning heads, and the biggest position battles that's taken place. We're breaking down everything we've seen from the Washington Commanders 2026 OTAs. And we're not doing this alone. We got a special guest here joining us today to separate the hype from reality and to tell you exactly what matters heading into training camp. So without further ado, let's get to it.
What's up, this B-List, man? Check out Off the Bench anytime you get a chance.
Hey, off the bench, it's 89. Check it out.
What up? What's good? What's happening? It's your boy Big Herb, and welcome to another episode of Off the Bench. I know we're a little earlier than usual, but hey, this is how we get down over here. When the guests come on, we got to go ahead and adjust to them because they coming on our show today. So before we go any further, be sure to hit that like, comment in the comment section, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification so you can be abreast of what's next going on Off the Bench. So, ladies and gentlemen, we got another guest coming in today. And this ain't our first time coming in today, so we got to give a shout out to her for taking the time out to even coming on and blessing us on this episode. So let's start it off like this. She's the founder and CEO of Seawall Sports and Entertainment, executive producer and content creator, host of the Coaching from the Couch, La Senorita Presidente of Seawall Foundation, board of directors can be seen on and heard on Bowie TV, and Dan Quinn's favorite beat reporter from Pretty Girl County Zone. Give it up for Candi Waller. What's going on, Candi? How's your morning going so far?
It's going great. It's going even better now. I left my class, but okay, y'all guys see. I'm already in training camp mode. That's my favorite team. But since you are playing my theme song, my morning got better. Thank you so very much.
Anytime. Like always, you always on the beat. You already know what's going down. You got between you, Miss Donna, Lake, all got your fingerprint on the Commanders, and you're there every day. So what better than to ask you like what is going down at OTAs? And I mean, we about to go into mini camp next week, mandatory mini camp, because although there's some people out there who want to cancel their mini camp, and we're gonna get into that as well. So I guess we can start off with that real quick because let's just get the BA talk out of the way. What was your thoughts on the whole entire Brandon Ayuk situation that took place this past weekend?
You know, I'll be, of course, transparent with you all as always. It's not something I've really been tracking because I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna let everybody else handle that. Because I got something I got to handle over here. That's happening, right? I need to deal with the time on task. I got to deal with time on task. That's not time on task. So I've been staying above the fray. On that one, like, wait, you know, people think I know something, and maybe I do, but maybe I don't. Like,
it definitely is a lot going on.
Conversations around wide receivers based on the off season, based on everything leading up to now. 100%. We know that these are conversations that's been happening. Right? We know this. Everybody is not a secret. But now since the videos and everything has come out, I'm like, listen, it's not my responsibility until he's in the burgundy and gold. I can't. It's too many wide receivers I got to work on and look at right now. I can't do that. So I'm being honest with you.
Hey, I know that's right. Hey, real quick, let's go to the comment section real quick. Shout out to Ebony Wright. She's saying good morning. Good morning. Case Tate also saying, what's good, fam? We got Reedy and Z in the building. He said, what's up, Herb and Candi? And we got Jay Skinny, who was also saying, "Hey, fam, beat Big Herb and Candi, what's going on?" Uh, and he also says the videos are annoying, but it's all part of the plan. So I mean, hey man, however way you get it, I'm not gonna knock your hustle. I mean, you're the one that's backing out at 27 mil. So I mean, I'm broke. I wish I could go ahead if I wish I had that much money to go ahead and say what I gotta do to get out of a situation. But I mean, it is what it is. But the main reason why I wanted you to come on today, like I said, we know that you guys have your finger on the team and your fingerprint on the team, and it was a couple questions that I wanted to go ahead and go down. So we just gonna go ahead rapid fire with some of these questions.
Nice.
So for starters, with the roster and the position battles that we got on this team, what's the battle that is getting the least amount of attention, but you can see can have a major impact this season?
I'm not sure what the post is out in the fan base, so you all gonna help me know what's getting attention and what's not, because I do think quietly there is a battle at center. I do. Do you want? I can elaborate on that because could be something, could be nothing. Could be something, could be nothing. But I know on the current roster of everybody, and it's a million people on there, the only like tried and true center, position wise, listed as their position group is rookie. It's Matt.
Okay.
And I was just kind of like, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Just because I'm like very literal in that sense. Right? Like, oh, okay. Just back to football 1-on-1, like when you was a kid. This is center.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. We'll see what happens there. Right. I do think it's something to watch. Like I said, could be something, could be nothing, but it's evident to me that at least could potentially be the center of the future right there. We'll see.
Okay.
But keep that circle. There's more happening at the running back spot than probably discussed, right? There's only a certain number of roster spots, and everybody's doing very well. And Bill's history, because he's dealing with some nicks here and there, right? So we haven't really seen him, but still, fast group, good group. I don't think there's a whole lot of conversation there, and the reason why I bring that up is because Coach Blau talks about 3 things, and it's one of the things I just shared from our offensive coaches' interviews. So we did interviews this week with the offensive position coaches, the defensive position coach, and with special teams coordinator Larry Izzo. And one of the things Coach Blau talks about, he talks about 3 things: ball security, explosiveness, situational football.
Okay.
Right? That's what he shared with us in his press conference. So you know me.
Hey,
let's dive in. Let's dive in on those. Exactly. Who does it? Who has it? And situational football, we really won't see until during practice in preseason. We won't start to see, But ball security and explosiveness, you can see that. So I think from a running back perspective, ball security and explosiveness, who does it, who has it, and who doesn't, right?
Right.
Ball security, fumbles, pay attention, right? I think it's a thing. I mean, look at who they drafted.
Yep.
And not even at running back, or the wide receiver too, right? And Antonio and Katron, what's one of the first things they say? They don't fumble. They don't
fumble at all. I don't even know if Katron ever had a fumble in his career at this point. I mean, knock on wood. Let's hope that he never has it. Let's hope he never has it. But no, I mean, like I was just talking to I had Asia's analysis and my homeboy Rick come on. We was definitely talking. Me and Rick has talked about the fact that Katron Allen could be something special down the stretch this season, to where like he gives that vibe to where obviously you're not going to be able to put on the pads during OTAs because I mean it's walkthrough practice for the most part. But it's also like, hey, I know when it's like let's say we got a 7 or 3 point lead in the fourth quarter. We trying to run that clock for the last 4 minutes of the game, and you want that Jerome Bettis style running back to go ahead and just run that clock off to where you can go ahead and trust them with the ball. And if you got ball security issues, you ain't gonna be in there. But one thing that you ain't never got worried about is Katron Allen doesn't fumble the ball. He's that. If I need 3 yards, he's gonna give me 4. If I need 5 yards, he's gonna give me 6. If I need 2 yards, he's gonna give me 3. So it's that 3 yards in a cloud of dust, but also like he can extend the goal for first downs as well. So I mean, that's definitely something to look out for. And I mean, hopefully Bill doesn't have those issues again like he did last year. And like Reedy and Z says, ball security is job security. So I mean, you can't ain't nobody lying about that. Also, Jay Skinny says ball security is huge. Can't lose that rock. It's definitely, because if you lose the rock, you lose your job. And I mean, but I mean, at the same time, I could see anybody just bouncing back from that. I mean, you look at players. I mean, granted, he's a rival back in the day. Tiki Barber had a whole bunch of fumble issues, and eventually he found out a way just to go and extend his career by just tucking the ball in. And I mean, hopefully he could bounce back from that. Or if you have those issues, you could be like Antonio Gibson. He was here. He started fumbling. He chucking up the deuce. So I mean, that's something to talk about as well. But I guess
I would start looking at that now. Use your clues. I'm gonna tell you use your clues. Ball security was number 1. And I asked the coaches, you all, after Herb's show and everything, go and check that out if you haven't already. My interviews with the offensive coaches. I talked with Anthony Lynn, Bobby Ingram, Wes Welker, and I'm missing somebody. It'll come to me in a minute. I haven't had my coffee or tea yet. It's 4 minutes.
I understand.
So Darnell Stapleton. Which we can, I mean, every position group has battles. Let me just say that. Every, but I'm going to talk about the why of that. And again, going back to ball security, you can start to look now and start to do your research now on just history of who can protect the football.
And I guess
everybody, Rashad, Jerome Ford, Jeremy McNichol, all of them. And so this is, keep that in mind. At the offensive line position, I already mentioned the center. So yes, Darnell Stapleton definitely dispelled a lot of rumors, right? Just a lot of the thing about under center. And I knew when I asked them, we had a laugh about it. So you got to check it out. We've been doing that since they was kids, everybody. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not. That's why I was like, is it only just me that doesn't think this is like what's normal to them is very different from us, right? Like it's okay. They're going to be okay, everybody. And we've seen that, but I think positionally in terms of that, I think it's a real battle. I would also say, hey, don't take your eyes off of left guard.
With Coleman and Paul.
Correct.
Okay.
I wouldn't take my eyes off of it.
Okay.
Just because I wouldn't. I also think that, tight end. While everybody was watching, I kept joking last week. I said, well, while everybody was watching Brandon Ayuk videos, the Commanders and everybody's concerned about wide receiver room and this, and the third. Well, they actually released the wide receiver and brought on a tight end while everybody was watching Brandon Ayuk videos.
Exactly.
So that lets you know.
And I'm glad you brought up the tight end situation, because I definitely want to bring that up to you real quick. But before we go any further, shout out to Reedy and Z again. I think this will be interesting going down the stretch. What's your thoughts on Jerome Ford thus far? How has he looked? Because the fan base seems to write him off.
Ball security. That's all I'm going to say. He's looked just fine. If people can't, I mean, listen, I'm going to be very literal, because this is my 3rd year covering this regime, right? It's 3 years with these folks, even with Coach Blau. So it made perfect. I had to really think about it. It's just, ball security, explosiveness, situational football all makes sense. Very literal, very simple. It's not complex.
Exactly.
Protect the football, legit, literally. Like maybe we don't have time for you to figure it out down the road because the Commanders don't. They have to start out fast this season. Let's just go ahead and get all of that out of the way because you're going to hear me say that repeatedly everywhere I go, in every show I do. They must start out fast. You cannot be 0-3 going into London. That's just that.
Man,
so
look.
Just not at all. So I can't. Do you have time to deal with somebody who could figure it out? You may not.
No, because I mean, look, and you also got to look at it from the standpoint of where nobody's actually said it yet, but because this is DQ's third year, and you don't want the same thing to happen last year. Now, granted, we give him a pass. Some of us give him a pass because of the injury situation, but also you look at you go out here, you start off 0-3. It's not going to look good for you. And I mean, it don't even matter if you got new offensive and defensive coordinators. If they not doing their job, it doesn't matter. You could be chuck the deuces, we out. Ellison says on here, morning, y'all. I got so much love for Candi because she gives you the clues to the story. And I mean, that's part of her niche, y'all. I mean, she always says, look at the context clues. It'll tell you everything that you need to know. But
that's why
also,
I keep going back to ball security.
But this, like you said before, the tight end situation. So I guess I could say, is there any veterans that you see that's in? I'm sorry, not that one. Who is running with the first team more often than fans might realize?
Well, I want to say this, and I may have should have sent you this. So the team, and this is a use your clues moment as well. The organization has been very clear on what those of us on the daily beat can say and what we can't say. And one of the things we can't
shout out to Lake Lewis, by the way.
Yeah, shout out to Lake. One of the things we can't report on, we're not supposed to. So if you hear somebody on the daily beat, let me be clear about that. The daily beat, all right? Use your clues on that one. We are not able to share publicly reps.
Okay. So I guess
second, third, I can tell I might be like, who was with this person, but I'm gonna also say this. Sometimes they mix it up, just being real. So we can't speak in those terms anymore. It's a competitive advantage. They don't want anything out that's going to be competitive advantage. Now, here's what I also say to this. I think that's a very good thing that they're doing.
Yeah.
Because if you look around at winning teams, very rarely do you even see. I mean, hey, I also work on, Bowie TV has long covered the Baltimore Ravens. Or now was this going into the fourth season covering Baltimore Ravens, and I've been there a lot this offseason. So I've been splitting my time between the Ravens and the Commanders, doing both.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't envy your gas mileage right now. I really do not. I mean, because the way Trump got these damn gas prices,
it's real.
Yeah. So,
but you can't say anything. Like I noticed that a long time ago about the Ravens, though. Their people, they'll tell you come take it down in a minute. They don't want that. I mean, no. So especially like rep, they don't do that. So from a tight end perspective, here's how I'll answer that question.
Okay.
Chig, John Bates, and who else? And I think that's valid because you released the wide receiver and brought in a tight end. So ball security, explosiveness, situational football, fit for David Blau's offense. What even from those three, you can tell he is really focused on, right? And what he's going to be laser on.
Focused on.
And also based on the draft picks, go and check their stats. As soon as he said it, I said, oh, so Antonio, Matt, and K-Tron, these are David Blau's picks, which I know they are. You know what I mean? I mean, they all have way in, but that's the coordinator drives a lot of that, right? So we know John Bates' role. We know what Chig brings. We see that, okay. And who else? And I mean that very literally.
Yeah.
And so you're already bringing in a tight end at this point because you could have just released Ja'Cory.
Yeah, I mean, like this is raising odds as far as like the Senate situation, because I mean, we seen a highlight or two on from what they put out there, but it also raises questions as far as like, okay, because I'm looking at it from this is just my perspective on it, and just tell me, just I guess if you can just give a wink or whatever, but the whole entire situation that I've seen as far as with how Cliff Kingsbury had the offense running last year, the last 2 years, and we picked up Ben Simmons, and it's like, okay, he's in the second round, he's gonna be like a huge check or Kittle type guy, because I honestly believe that he just got picked. DQ, not DQ, AP picked him up because he knew that San Fran probably could get him for the future or whatever. If Hugh Sheck ever just get exit out or whatever. But also, I'm looking at it like I seen how he was in Kansas State. He was actually doing terrific out there. Now we have an offense that last year that you just wouldn't run. That it just didn't fit the Kyle's offense. But I'm looking at it like when I look, like you said, use your clues. I'm looking at guys like how the offense was in Detroit before a guy like Hawkinson got traded off to from the Lions to a divisional foe in what's the name in Minnesota. We was looking like, damn, Sam Laporta really is nice like that. So I mean, is it a possibility that we can get Chig and send it out there? Now I'm not going to take away anything when it comes to as far as Bates, because he's a terrific blocker, but I also I don't really see him going out there on flare routes or anything like that to try to get open unless it's like, hey, I'm wide open out here, guys. Go and throw it to me. So I mean, it's like you can't tell me that this guy doesn't have something. Hell, you could put him at this point, put him at fullback, use him for something. And I mean, just like, what do you see as far as like, do you think that he might actually get some burn this year?
If he makes the team, yes. I mean, like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, well, so, you know, I'm going to just give everybody a fair warning. And I've been kind of saying this too. I'm going to be very critical this year. I'm going to be positive. You know, I always have something fantastic to say. If it looks great, it looks great. And if I'm like, I don't think I'm impressed, I'm going to say that too, right? Because it's year 3 for who we're talking about. And I always go back to, if I'm even using your clues is something that I do. So I share that framework with you all because it's a real process that I go through. And I'm not saying you don't go get Chig. Let me be clear on that. But the fact that you had to go get Chig is a concern for me. If you know that Zach isn't coming back or Zach is dealing with an injury and you don't know how you're using them. That's how I'm looking at some of these roles. Like, okay, these certain individuals are going into year 3 and you still had to go out and get. Okay, I'll use my clues on that one. I mean, and that's great. But I also understand that even in year 3 of this regime, that is still them understanding a little bit more about what they do need. So I try to play that fair balance as well, if that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Maybe you really didn't know in year 1 of you liked what you had, but you need now you're a little bit more clear on what's needed. And so yeah, it's definitely John Bates, Chig, and it remains to be seen who else.
Okay. All right. We also got Reedy and Z in there in talking about we're watching the Kipker competition. We have to get it right. This right. So
I mean, I don't know if anybody watched my show the other day. And I'll just be really frank with you. I think I probably glossed over the kicker competition, and all I said was that wasn't my favorate part of the day. And then the next topic. So use your clues.
Wow, man, this is saying a lot without saying much. But also, I guess the next question is let's talk about the star of the offense, Jaden Daniels. I gotta ask, so what do you think? Well, seeing that this is the first year using this offense, and it looks like from what you guys have been reporting, it looks like he looks like comfortable in this offense. What receiver appears to be having the strongest chemistry with him right now?
I mean, Terry. I mean, but that goes without saying.
Yeah, but
Right?
let
I
me
mean,
say, besides Terry, I mean,
yeah,
obviously.
Terry, I mean, yeah, because that man is
Yeah.
phenomenal. I was like, my goodness, Terry. We
Mm,
missed you last year, Terry. I think it's safe for me to say. Can
yeah.
everybody admit it? It was one thing. This was a while ago. I'm going to tell this story. I've shared it before. It was after a play. It was a Jaden and Terry play.
Mm.
And when Terry came over to the sideline, Adam Peters gave him the biggest hug. And I said, Adam is all of us right now, you guys.
Yeah.
I think he's all of us. We all want to be like, yeah, man. I'm like,
we miss you
nice to
so
see
much.
you.
Thank you
Nice
for
to see
coming
you
back.
today. This is all right. This is kind of cool.
Uh,
You know,
Because he looked like he had some pep in his step. Because I mean, like even the little footage when he caught the dive and catch for a second. I mean, and it almost, and maybe it's just me, it almost looked like he didn't even use his body on it. He actually caught it with his hands. And then when he caught it and he fell down, he was like, he looked at the camera like, yeah, y'all seen that, right? So I mean, it was just like, man, we finally it looks like he has his mojo back. And it's just like, man, we finally got Terry back. But also I'm yeah, and I mean, we needed him back. Obviously, we needed him back, but I mean, we need him healthy. And it's just like, man, the chemistry between them two, obviously, we all know that. But it is there another receiver out there that you see that's like, oh, this may be something in coming around. And I like this right here. Is there anything like that you think that you see with the
I mean, of course,
any other receiver?
I'm gonna be honest. I tweeted about that group last week.
Mm-hmm.
Traylon Burks, I mean, they had a good day that day. That particular day, even in the moment of submisses, this is early.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to work on those things. Time
Yeah.
on task is a real thing, everybody. That's why I said I'm not dealing with the videos right now because I got to deal with the people that's time on task with QB1, number 5.
Yeah.
All right? Because you see the connection between all of them. You do. And you're like, oh, that's another position group to watch. Because if you're not going to go with 7 receivers, which is, kind of rare, somebody that they've either drafted or brought in is going to get cut. There's just not enough roster spots.
Yeah, because I'm looking at that situation. It's like, yeah, because I mean, 2 of them are returners. So the rest of them are like, look, we know that you, I mean, I just don't, maybe it's just me. I don't think they're going to cut Luke because number one, he's got ties with AP. We know that. But also, like, he's actually improved as a receiver, but he's also he looks very good on returns and everything last year. And if he didn't get hurt, I really believe he could have been probably a Pro Bowl alternate when it comes to actually kickoff returns or anything like that. I'm not saying that he's nowhere near as far as like number 2 on the depth chart being a wide receiver, but as far as special team wise, he was showing out. I mean, when you start off at on your 40 every single time that you pretty much get a kickback, that's telling me that you a damn good returner. But also you got Jalen Lane as well, who's coming in. You got 2 punt returns last year, so those 2. Now you got 5 to really think about. Okay, who are we going? And then somebody else may be coming in the building before in September. So I mean, we don't know. I mean, at this point, it's. I guess this is a good problem that we can honestly say that we have this year compared to last. Because I mean, you had Semo as like your number 2 receiver, and that's. I feel like I'm about to be. I just don't. I don't want to see that ever again. That scares me. And I mean, because
which part? The wide receivers?
As far as the wide receivers last year compared to this year.
I mean, yeah. I mean, the unfortunate thing was Terry wasn't there last year. Noah had ended up getting injured. I will always say it's on my list of things for this regime, however long it lasts. One thing that the fan base, we all got robbed of is seeing a healthy Jaden Daniels, Terry McLaurin, Deebo Samuel, and Noah Brown.
Exactly.
That would have been amazing. And we all never got to see it. We never saw it.
We got robbed of it. Man.
Definitely got robbed of that. So with that being said, am I still in the space of Terry and everybody else? Yes. Because they continue to say, we don't go by 2, 3s, this, that, and the third. And I believe that. I do. But Traylon Burks is having a phenomenal, he's doing great. Of course, Diami, I think, is safe for everybody to admit, can we say it out loud? Diami was missed last year.
Oh, no, most definitely. I mean, just like that over the top, just like I mean, I'm just looking at it from the standpoint of this. Yeah, he may have not had over 500 yards or whatever, but you had that down field threat. I mean, I'm thinking the first two plays that I'm thinking about is the Cleveland game and then the what's the name, the Philly game at home. I mean, you in Philly with the Philly game, you at your 5 yard line, and then all of a sudden Slay is getting burnt on one play by Diami, and it's just like, oh wow, he's really opening up the offense. And I mean, Diami looked great around there. But before we go any further, Queese 288.5 says, you're doing a great job, bro. And Candi, my girl, so you got a like and view for me. So most definitely. And if y'all ain't following See You All Sports and Bowie TV, what are you doing? I mean, for real, like, what you doing, man? I mean, she's one of the hardest working people on the beat. So salute to her. And I mean, you're doing a wonderful job. Keep up the great work. Also, what's the name? Jay Skinny says, again, can't see Wall knows. Trust us, true slayer. So, but I mean, it's definitely looking pretty good. I mean, and I know in this situation because they really don't have any pads or anything like that. But I also wanted to ask questions as far as this is concerned with the offensive line. I'm an offensive line guy at heart. So I have to ask, has the offensive line looked more cohesive than they did this time last year? Now, I mean, I already know that LT ain't here. So, I mean, we can only go by with so much. But as an offensive lineman at heart, I got to ask the question. So
sure, they definitely do. But to that point of you can't, there's some plays that I'm like, that's a sack, just saying.
Yeah.
Got to tell y'all what it's up. That's a sack. And I be wanting them to stop the play, but they're not going to do that. I be taking it seriously. I be like, well, in real life, this is done. But okay, we're going to keep doing what we do. I told you I'm critical. I can be very.
But you know what? We need that.
Very like, that's a sack. Stop the play, but they're not going to do that in OTAs. But what I'm saying.
And I'm glad that you. The one thing about it that I love that you're the truth. And I mean, but let's talk about something else that's the truth, and that's W.
So let me fill you in on W. W is a powdered energy drink that replaces other inferior caffeine beverages. It contains 0 maltodextrin, 0 fillers, 0 artificial colors or dyes, and is no proprietary blends. The star of the show is our caffeine fruit extract, which helps you focus with no jitters or no crashes. Can't even front, man. This is a pretty tasty beverage. I recommend that you go online to w.com to go ahead and get your own shaker bottle, your own Japanese energy blend that they have on here. This one, Japanese yuzu, like I said before. You can go on and get different type of flavors that they have on there and go ahead and order yours. And here's the thing, when you go on there, go ahead and type in the promo code ODBHTTC for 10% off on all your products.
Be sure to secure the dub with W and go ahead and get 10% off on all your purchases by putting in the promo code ODBHTTC. Real quick before we go any further, shout out to Reedy because he comes over and says, Terry, Traylon, playoff Yami, Antonio, toss up after that for me. We already touched on that one, but because I know you.
I posted a lot about Antonio. I stopped because I was like, all right, y'all. I don't want y'all being like, posted about Antonio. You got to watch, you got to be careful. And so I was like, he's very good. That's he's very
it's almost reminiscent of when Terry came out his first year. It's just like, okay, I see this. This looks good. I don't want to put this out there for everybody to see just yet. I don't even know how much playing time he's going to get in preseason. I want him to get a fix to just like, hey, because that first couple games that we got, it's like boom, 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 playoff caliber teams. So it's like, I want to play him, but I also don't want to play him because I want to excuse me, I want to make sure that we could just keep that hidden for a second. But
that's not hidden. No, it won't be hidden at all. I was actually talking to Terry not too long ago because I've been on the beat as long as Terry's been a commander. So we have that. So yeah, Antonio is very good. And I think they all already know that now. And I want to bring something up that doesn't necessarily come up because you started talking about returns. And all I'm going to say is, Antonio could do returns.
I've seen that as well. So
Antonio can do returns, and Traylon Burks can do returns as well.
Okay. But before we get up out of here, because I know you got a busy schedule today.
You're good because so I can stay on till if you need, you still got more questions because we haven't talked.
I got
so I can go until about 10, and I was late, so I'm always gonna give you your time back. I apologize.
I appreciate that. But I guess we can go and talk about this as far as like the team culture. How different is the atmosphere? Do you feel like compared from this year to last year?
It's the intensity.
The brotherhood.
Like the brotherhood is fine. Like the brotherhood, and that's even one thing that Coach Jones talked about in his presser earlier this week, which was, what DQ has established, what DQ and AP has established in terms of the brotherhood. That is the culture. That is the space that you walk in. It's there. It's the house. You build a house, and whatever the energy is in the house, that's what it is in this house. And so it's them that keeps that. So I always ask the fan base to consider that, because remember, this was a team that was ranked last per the NFLPA survey before these men got here, and now they are third. That's not imagined. And everybody from Von Miller to some of the coaches that are now here, players that are now here, DQ as advertised. DQ, the rumors are true. I can tell you all, as he is phenomenal. He and Adam Peters, and I'm gonna tell you all, the culture was so bad. I don't know if you just let somebody walk out when the field product isn't there yet. I don't know. Because I don't know if that's a risk that you're willing to take.
Exactly.
Because you have the culture exactly where you want it, where people want to play for this man. People want to work with this man. It is real. I have these conversations during Super Bowl weeks, during combine weeks, during owners meetings. I have these direct conversations with people, and they're like, y'all got some good ones over there, girl. You better stay over there where you at, because
that's right. I know that's right.
Right. And they saw me, even with them, they saw me. They were like, you keep going over there with the purple people. What you doing?
Exactly. Because now hey, look, I gotta get this bread, but at the same time, I mean, Candi, you gotta stick with the score. We finally getting here, man. We finally got it. I mean, you had situations where the owners out here doing some reckless type stuff, and it's like now we looking clean cut over here. But one quick question from the audience, real quick. Ellison says, Candi, do you expect them to bring in another cornerback to this room in camp or prior to the season starting?
Could be, and I hate that I don't have my glasses. That's sad. Because you figure if Trey, it depends on. I think it depends on injury. I think it depends on how Trey progresses coming back from his injury. That is what I think. If Trey is back, maybe not. If he's back, maybe not. If he's not back, maybe so.
Okay.
Right? Because it's like, who's been mentioned to me a few times? Of course, Trey, even though he's not playing, Mikey, Amit, Akello, Witherspoon, Antonio Hamilton, who's having a phenomenal camp, by the way. OTAs, I gotta say that right.
Shout out to Ed Oliver.
Right. So you got people. You have bodies. It's not like it's not lack of body. Let me tell you something, you guys. This not a lack of bodies on this roster. Because I was, hey, we could get into that in a minute. But I think it is contingent upon Trey's health when he's 100%.
Okay, so because one thing I definitely want, because you always tell everybody, use your clues. And the one thing that I'm looking at as far as like when I see how he emphasizes the safety area is the more important, because it's just like as far as DJ Durante Jones.
Okay.
He kind of emphasizes, or at least he he gives the vibes that safety is like more important than than corners, because those corners he wants you to play off ball, so this way he could bait you in to get those turnovers, because he always preach like turnovers get you paid, and I want to get you guys paid. I want you guys to go ahead and make plays on this defense, and it's not just hey, I'm gonna react to you guys. I'm gonna dictate how you move. I'm starting to see like, hey, we may not need that shutdown guy, but it's also good to have one like that if we have one on the roster. Like I said in yesterday's episode, Rick and Asia, this is giving off a defense that, hey, if I just go ahead and make sure that I can bait you in, you're gonna have a lot of quarterbacks when they throw that rock, and this is like, no, like, so it's gonna be like, damn, like, and we're gonna be fighting back to go ahead and getting these turnovers again, and then you got Jayden there, and then let's just go ahead and crank up the band because he about to take it to get the 6. But the one thing I did, just to ask you a question, Ellis, and that's just my take on it. But Candy's got her finger on the post. So I mean, so what she say? I'm gonna take his gospel because she actually is there. So I mean, but that's just my take on it. But definitely
Trey is, yes. I think he's shut down. But what's gonna make it all better at the third level? You know, we talk about your DBs. It's that line,
man.
What I would encourage everybody to do, and from a use your clues perspective, look at who they got at outside linebacker. I know y'all probably wasn't expecting me to say that. Look at who they have at outside linebacker on this roster right now. And actually, here in a few, my defensive coaches interviews is going to come out. And then my interview with special teams coordinator Larry Izzo, which was very, very good. I mean, all of it was great, but we know
you put out you put out premier content. So
thank you.
I mean, it's a flex. It's a going flex.
I appreciated what they were sharing with me, but Coach Izzo and I had a really good conversation. And please watch that one to the end. Watch all of them to the end. Because you can use your clues, and once they come out, I'll do a show because you can really use your clues on a lot of that. But look at who they have on this roster from a depth, the rock at outside linebacker. Because basically, if you don't have no pass rush, what do you have on defense? That is key to the success of your defense, right? You think about, they often talk about, and this was something that came out about Josh Josephs, and I know he's a rookie, he's still learning and all that great stuff, but like they often talk about measurables of the people up front, right? How long they are, their arms, their hands.
Yeah, exactly.
Their length, all of that stuff actually matters. So look at who they got at outside linebacker, and then you can have me back on the show. We can talk more about that.
No, we definitely bring you on.
I'm happy to do it for you, Herb. So that's key. So when you talk about the success or the shutdown, to your point, where I think you're definitely spot on, is do you really even need a shutdown? Well, no. You just because if you creating that pressure, you're creating havoc, and you get there fast. The ball is in the air. The ball at this point, the ball is in the air. Get the ball. Or at this point, the ball is on the ground. Get the ball.
Exactly.
Because how many times did we actually see them have a PBU or force a fumble of some sort? The ball is out, but you didn't get it. You didn't even fall on the ball.
No, oh my God! I think if it wasn't for the fact that I'm already bald, I definitely would have pulled out some of my beard hair. But it's just like you see it on the carpet every single time, and it's just like, damn it, just fall on it. You ain't gotta pick it up and go to just fall on it. Just fall on it.
They did it several times last year. Several.
But Reedy also asked you, so what's the schedule so he can watch it ASAP?
Well, the offensive coaches are already out. That came out last night. The defensive coaches will come out at 10, and the special teams coordinator one-on-one will be at 11. But it's all today. He'll definitely check them out. Check all of them out. Yeah. But yes, that line. Man, and you have people. I mean, well, and hey, I don't mind saying this because Charles Omenihu said it out loud, like himself, who can be at every spot on the line. And don't forget, they still don't have Dorrance back from injury. They still don't have Dietrich back from injury. And Tim Settle has been dealing with the injury as well. I don't know if that's
okay. Yeah, because I remember they said he injured his foot last year. Yeah. Just real quick, just looking at the comments real quick. What up, Big Herb? Candi, aka Lil Sis, that is a true professional, aka Lil Sis, has the best intros on YouTube. I work out at the gym to go intro.
That's what's up.
Also, Candi is one of those ones. Yeah, most definitely. I mean, hey, say less, man. I mean, it is what it is over here. Yeah. Hold on a second. Yeah, we gotta have a full team like 2024 lose.
Well, I'm gonna hold that thought. Because somebody's got to be the Bobby Wagner. Somebody's got to be the yin to the yang. And that has been coming up here recently. And even Coach Quinn, use your clues, read the room. He was like, it leaves a void. And then he was like, I know y'all probably are like, no shit, DQ. Of course it leaves a void. Yes, I know this might be contrary to popular public belief, but no Bobby Wagner leaves the void. And
yeah, most definitely. Because that leadership is his thing. A lot of people don't even realize that how much leadership means to a team like this, especially like this, because 100%. I remember that whole entire 3-game losing streak. Bobby came out there and said, like, hey, look, this team's special. And we could do some serious things over here. So we ain't done yet. And then we was like, yeah, and majority of us, me included, was in there like, all right, Bobby, yeah, good. And then yeah, I ate crow because I mean we didn't lose until we got to the NFC Championship that year. So I mean that leadership means everything. And I mean,
let me say this too. I watched him do some incredible things with this team, and how he just worked with his teammates across the board. And anyone with knowledge of what those conversations really entailed understands that the conversations that week leading into Tennessee, that changed, that he was a key, that week was key to that NFC Championship run. I've even been told by many, that it was like Bobby saved our season that year. He said they were not like they were giving up, but there's a way that certain people talk and pour into individually and as a collective, that it was something that it is a little different now out there on the field. Yes, sure, Lulu's and all that, but somebody's got to be the yin to the yang.
Yeah,
week 1, because they ain't got time to be figuring out who gonna do what in this.
Exactly,
it's got to start in Philadelphia. Week 1, I'm not giving them any passes. They have to be ready. Week 1, and I'm gonna tell you, the game that I'm watching already is week 2 in Dallas. Dallas has been an Achilles heel for this team, it seems like, or for Dan Quinn and Jaden. They need to beat the brakes off them people in Dallas. They do, to make it convincing. They have to. They got to do this early for sure.
But just piggybacking on what you're saying, as far as like we got to get an early start and
Oh,
everything,
yes.
because that means that you got to be you have to be. I guess you got to say you actually got to be mentally, physically prepared to take on all things. So if we're going to talk about physically, we got to go ahead and I mean, and this maybe it's just me. I think the MVP of OTAs ain't even a player. We got to give a shout out to the strength and conditioning program for the OTAs because I mean, between Terry looking like he about to go into Men's Health magazine with the him just looking swole. I mean, who else? What's not Charles Dominique? Uh, not Johnny Newton looks like he's at least about like 280, and he's like
Josh
he fully
Connolly
embracing
great too. Josh
Josh Connolly. I
great.
mean, just he got rid of the baby fat, and now he looks like he looked like he's one of the security at one of the clubs in DC. So I mean, he could, and with him getting ready to, I know as soon as the mandatories is over, he got the haircut. Because I heard that he was going to go ahead and work with LT down at what's the name and down the south as soon as this is over.
With this off season, and that's who we will be with after minicamp. Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, I definitely can't wait to see how this team is going to look. And I mean, everybody looks healthy for once. I mean, we actually, and I mean, and I understand injuries happen. So I mean, but at the same time, everybody looks like they are coming together. Everybody looks in shape. Everybody looks like they took that. In the words of Michael Jordan on the on the Last Dance, he took it personal, and it looks like they taking it personal after last year. And I mean, it's just definitely something that we have to go guns blazing out the gate. And I mean, and
I'm gonna say this because I've learned this working in this space. You didn't win the Super Bowl, everybody's taking it personal.
Exactly.
So you're gonna have to show up. Everybody mad. Everybody got a chip. Everybody's taking it personal. So you really gotta come in the space like you're more mad than they are.
Exactly.
Because everybody is upset. And you're going to be facing, I'm going to keep going back to, and please don't get me on a rant about the first home game of the season, because I was very upset. And somebody had to really talk to me. It was on a call. It was on I'll tell you about that later. I was not pleased. Because that's we talk about that later. Because everybody knows what happened in that Seattle game last year. Okay. Everybody knows this is gonna be the first home game of the season. Okay, all right. But the first
you gotta take it personal. You gotta take it personal. Like, oh, so this is who you want to put? Okay, all right.
I mean, it's like 4 or 5 people got hurt that game, including Jaden, right? I mean, yeah, I mean, that wasn't Seattle's fault, but at the same token, it just was a bad night. And so you look at Philly and Dallas. I'm gonna go back to this. I'm going to wear this topic out, giving y'all a fair heads up, because when we talk about chips on your shoulder and having all of that, wanting something to prove, all those things, nobody has more to prove than Jalen Hurts and Dak Prescott. Okay, like let's just all be. I got to be objective, and I always am. You mean to tell me the Philadelphia Eagles ain't got something to prove? Jalen Hurts ain't got something to prove? Absolutely. Saquon had a kind of quiet year last year. People already talking about, did he fall off? I don't think he did. So, this, you don't think
everybody got something to prove. And I mean,
Dallas, Dak Prescott, because let's be for real, Dak didn't have no bad season last year. He really didn't. Their defense wasn't good last year, but Dak was all right. You think those receivers he got down there? Come on. This is going to be very difficult coming out the gate. You can't lose both of those. You can't lose. You can't
walk
your home game.
You can't walk in 0-2 going up against the Super Bowl champs. You definitely gotta walk in there and actually just, and I'm trying to be respectful when it, because I mean, I treat you with the utmost respect, but you got to beat their ass. And I mean, you got to beat their ass into submission. And you can't, and like, you got to go in there and just walk in and just mollywalk their ass when you walk in. I mean, and it's just like, that's how you got to take it. Keek the Freak says, look, Sanders still, Newton need to really step up and show some type of improvements for real. They really didn't play to up to par last year. The team as a whole didn't perform like they should have. I agree. I think injuries is a major part of that too. But I mean, nobody wants to hear that excuses. And I mean, and I understand it because I'm one of them. So I mean, also real quick, what's the name? I did want to go ahead and before this, the last comment we're gonna talk about because like I said, we're gonna make sure that we get you up out of here and everything. Right, Keek. Those schemes with did not help at all. D Jones gotta have us ready to go. I think he kind of will because I mean, and we're not getting those like when every single one. And I mean, shout out to Commander Kings for talking about this last night. It felt like whenever we had those other defensive coordinators, they had that catchphrase. It was just like, oh yeah, the way that we play is not for everybody. Yeah, it kind of wasn't because I wasn't ready to go ahead and see my team go to an NFC Championship and then change up the whole entire style of the defense, and then we looking like 5-12. I don't like that. I mean, I wasn't ready for that. But then when you look at DJ, he's just like, we getting back to the basics. We're not gonna sit here any palms and circumstances type talk. We just getting back to the basics. We need to do what we need to do just to get back to where we were. And I appreciate that because now when you sit there and talk like that, it's giving me expectations. Oh, we're gonna be fired. And no, we need to get back to the basics because we missed a lot of tackles. We was taking the wrong angles on defense. We need to just get back to the basics, and that's the one thing that I thoroughly am enjoying the hearing from them because you don't get that a lot. And I love the fact that they willing to go ahead and put that out there. But I want to say real quick, shout out to Seawall because she took her time out to go ahead and do this for me. And we putting on a great show today. We got 27 in the chat right now. Be sure to hit that like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification so you can be abreast of what's next. But before we go any further, we got to talk about this Commander Classic that's coming up. So peep this.
The off-season has arrived, and only one creator will earn the right to be called the undisputed voice of Commanders Nation. Every take challenged, every argument tested, every round decided by the fans. The battle for Commander content supremacy begins now. This is the Commanders Clash Classic.
So I want to go ahead and tell Seawall about this whole entire thing we got here called the Commander Clash Classic. So we all know during the end of OTAs, going into training camp, it's the dead period. It really ain't a lot to talk about. We kind of getting tired of the BA talk, and we kind of getting tired of like, hey, who's the greatest Mount Rushmore receivers that's on the Commander? So this right here, for those who don't know about this is a Commanders Content Creators Tournament that's going to be taking place starting June 22nd. You got some of your favorite content creators out there. Shout out to Reedy and Z who said they wanted a part of this. Shout out to On the Fence podcast who's in on this. Full Command, Ballin' and Burgundy, Case Tate, just to name a few. So I'm telling you guys, this is going to be nothing but fun. I thoroughly can't wait to do this because it gives us a chance to all work together. But also, we got a lot of talking that we're going to be doing as far as just for promoting this whole entire thing that's going on as well. So be on the lookout. She'll be dropping down who's the actual bracket next week. So we can go, I'm trying to get everybody's schedule together so we can go ahead and see exactly what's going to take place with that. Should be a lot of fun. And I know I'm going to be talking my junk as well. Also, for those of you guys who are in the chat and everything, I appreciate you guys. And even more so, we got a jersey giveaway that we're going to be doing as well. So if you follow me on IG and Twitter, I refuse to call it X. And then you go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Once we get to 1,000 subs, we are going to be giving a free jersey giveaway. I'm not doing it for any other sports teams. If you are a Giants fan, Cowboy, Dolphins, hey, look, this is a Commander-based podcast. We sticking with the Commanders over here. So go ahead and like, share, subscribe to the channel so you could be in the drawing for a free jersey giveaway. And I have to say to you, Miss C. Wall, I appreciate you so much for coming in today. So please tell the people where they can find you at.
Definitely, you all. Thank you for having me. Thank you for joining, and good morning again. I hope you all enjoy your day and your weekend. You all can find my content on Bowie TV. It is on YouTube. You can, if you're also in Prince George's County, Maryland, and have not cut your cable, you can find Bowie Television on Comcast, channels 190 and 1097. And you can follow me at CWall SE on Twitter. Or CEO Wall, like I said, Bowie TV Sports across all platforms between the shows and the content that we're sharing. From practice that we can share, we definitely share a lot. And we capture a lot. So thank you all for following and tell all your Commanders, family, and friends all about Bowie TV.
Most definitely. We appreciate you so much for coming in. We love your content. Love you so much for stopping by. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, as we do, help us grow so we can do more by just going ahead and like, comment in the comment section, hit that subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you can be abreast of what's next. And as always, guys, left hand up. Who are we? The Commanders. Peace.